The story of Nomasir, the 5 laws of gold. In ancient Babylon, where gold flowed through the markets like water through canals, there lived a man whose wealth was legendary. Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. Arkad had a son, Nomasir, raised in comfort, surrounded by luxury, confident that one day all his father's riches would be his. But Arkad knew a truth his son did not. Wealth that is not earned cannot be kept. And so he prepared a test that would determine whether Nomasir was worthy of inheritance or destined for ruin. One morning, Arkad summoned Nomasir. The young man entered proudly, expecting praise. Instead, Arkad said, "My son, you believe yourself ready to manage my wealth. But wealth is a burden for the unprepared." Nomasir replied, "Father, I am your son. Who else should inherit it?" Arkad shook his head. "Gold is plentiful for those who understand its laws, and a curse for those who do not." Then Arkad revealed the test. "You must leave Babylon. Go out into the world. Prove that you can build wealth on your own. If you return successful, you will inherit all that I have. If you fail, you will receive nothing." Nomasir's confidence cracked. "Nothing?" Arkad nodded. "Nothing. For a man who cannot keep wealth does not deserve it." Arkad gave his son 2 gifts. 1. A bag of gold enough to begin a life, but not enough to survive foolishness. 2. A set of 5 clay tablets, each sealed, each containing one of the 5 laws of gold. Arkad said, "Use the gold wisely. Open the tablets only when you are ready to understand them." Nomasir took the gold eagerly. He held the tablets with far less interest. He thought, "I am young. I am clever. I will not need these old tablets." And so, with gold in his purse and pride in his heart, Nomasir left Babylon. At first, everything seemed easy. Nomasir traveled to new cities. He met new people. He tasted freedom. But freedom without wisdom is dangerous. He met charming men who praised him. "You are the son of a rich man. You must live like one." They encouraged him to buy fine clothes, stay in luxurious inns, host feasts, spend freely to attract opportunity. They told him, "If you look successful, success will follow." Nomasir believed them. He spent gold to impress strangers. He invested in schemes he didn't understand. He trusted men who spoke confidently but knew nothing. And slowly, his gold began to disappear. One morning, he opened his purse and found only a few coins left. The son of the richest man in Babylon was nearly broke. As his gold vanished, so did his friends. The men who praised him vanished. The ones who promised him easy profits disappeared. The inns that welcomed him now turned him away. He moved from luxury to cheap rooms, from feasts to scraps, from confidence to fear. He tried to gamble his way back. He tried to chase losses. He tried to recover what he had wasted. He only sank deeper. One night, alone in a dark room, Nomasir whispered, "I have failed my father's test." He felt shame. He felt anger. He felt lost. And then he remembered the tablets. Nomasir broke the seal on the first tablet. It read, "First law of gold. Gold cometh gladly, and in increasing quantity to the man who sets aside no less than 1/10 of all he earns for his future." He nodded slowly. "I saved nothing. That was my first mistake." He opened the second tablet. Second law of gold. Gold laboreth diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who puts it to profitable use, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. He whispered, "I let my gold sleep, or worse, I wasted it." He opened a third tablet. Third law of gold. Gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who invested only with the counsel of men skilled in its handling. He closed his eyes. "I trusted fools. I trusted dreamers. I trusted myself too much." He opened a fourth tablet. Fourth law of gold. Gold slippeth away from the man who invests it in ventures he does not understand. He clenched his fists. "I invested in things I knew nothing about. Finally, he opened the fifth tablet. Fifth law of gold. Gold flees the man who forces it into impossible earnings or follows the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers. He whispered, "This is exactly how I lost everything." Nomasir lowered the tablets. Everything he had done wrong was written right here. He made a vow. "From this day forward, I will obey every law exactly." The next morning, Nomasir walked into the foreign city with a new resolve. He found work with a group of men doing construction labor, hauling stones, mixing mortar, repairing walls, building structures. The work was brutal. His hands tore, his muscles burned, his pride shattered, but he did not stop. He saved at least 1/10 of every coin, faithfully, quietly, consistently. Nomasir worked harder than the others. He arrived early. He learned quickly. He took pride in every task. The foreman noticed. One day he said, "You work like a man who has something to prove." Nomasir replied, "I do." Soon, he was given more responsibility, supervising small teams, managing materials, organizing work schedules. His wages increased. His savings grew. He opened the second tablet again and smiled. "My gold must work as I work." He began lending small amounts to trustworthy men at fair interest. He reinvested his profits. He avoided anything he did not understand. His gold began to multiply. As Nomasir's reputation grew, the men he worked with approached him. They said, "You are honest, disciplined, and wise with money. Let us form a partnership." Together, they pooled their savings and took on larger construction work. No gambling, no risky ventures, no smooth talkers. Just steady, honest labor and shared profit. Nomasir opened the third tablet again. Gold clings to the cautious owner. He followed the law strictly. His wealth grew steadily, safely. Years passed. Nomasir was no longer the careless son of a rich man. He had become disciplined, skilled, respected, trusted, wealthy. He had built a fortune, not from inheritance, but from wisdom. When he finally returned home, he stood before Arkad and said, "Father, I have returned, not with the gold you gave me, but with the gold I earned myself." Arkad embraced him. "Now you are worthy of all that I have, because you have proven you can create your own." Nomasir had passed the test. He was no longer just the son of the richest man in Babylon. He had become a rich man in Babylon. Before you go, share your wisdom with the community. Have you ever lost money because of bad advice, hype, or your own pride? What did you learn from it? And what rules do you follow now to protect and grow your wealth? Your story might save someone else from losing their gold. If you're ready to keep uncovering ancient wisdom and turning it into modern power, join us at Greatness Quest Archive. Uncover, learn, ascend.